What's popping, y'all? It's your girl Nyethebrat, but you know that, and I'm back at it again with another video. If you're returning subscriber, what's popping? And if you are new, join the crew, because you know what to do. Amen? Okay, so this video is long overdue. Y'all probably don't really care, but I figured if I could help, with me being a black girl out of PWI, if I could help the next person, especially if someone of color, I'm going to do that. So today's video is simply me explaining how I got into Disney's college program, what it entails, how I got in, your interview tricks, tips, hacks, all that good stuff, and how to apply because they're still actually accepting applicants. So without further ado, if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on all of my social media. It's Nyethebrat across the board, and let's get into it. I have my laptop beside me, so if y'all see me looking off to the side, it's because I'm looking off of there and I'm trying to read it. But what is the Disney College Program? So you have to obviously be in college to participate in this program, but also I'll touch base on this in the requirements. You do not. So, but anyway, what is the Disney College Program? The Disney College Program essentially is basically a way for you as a college student or a post-grad student from a university to have the opportunity to not only expand your resume, but also intern and essentially work for Disney. So what you will typically or basically be doing is Disney has different levels or different types of programs. They have the Disney College Program, they have the HBCU program for my HBCU students, they have a culinary program, they have all these different all these different programs, excuse me, that you can choose from. And I'm specifically a part of the Disney College Program in the fall 2024 cohort, okay? So I will be moving down to Orlando to work at Disney during my fall semester of my junior year here at Rowan. Now that sounds insane. Like, how in the heck are you going to sit here and manage school in Disney? I got in, didn't I? I've got this far with my education. The education don't stop. We still got to make sure that we graduate on time. All of my classes will be online this semester. I'm not excited about that, but listen, you gotta do what you gotta do when you're trying to get that degree, amen? So basically the Disney College Program is just a way for college students and post-grad students to not only build their resume, but network and build connections, and also partake in the life down at Disney. I cannot believe that I'm even going, to be quite honest with you. I really, really am like, it hasn't hit me yet. It's not, I haven't made it reality just yet. What are the requirements, the Disney College Program requirements? I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna tell you. The Disney College requirements are, you have to be at least 18 years or older to apply. That's just that. If you are 17 by a month, just wait until you turn 18 so you can join, okay? You must currently be enrolled and taking classes at an accredited university, college, or higher education program. And if you graduated, you have to graduate from an accredited university, college, or higher education program within 24 months of the application post date. So when they're talking about the application post date, they're talking about the application on their website within itself. So say if you were applying to, join the summer cohort, the fall cohort, whatever remainder cohorts that are left within this program for this year, you would only be eligible to participate if you are a graduate from a school within 2 years of your graduation date. So if you just graduated last year, you can still participate. If you graduated the year before that, you can still participate. But anything 3 years, 4 years, you're just not, unfortunately, eligible to participate in this specific program. Another requirement that the Disney College Program has is you must complete at least one semester at an accredited U.S. university, college, or higher education program by the time of your program arrival. So if you are an incoming freshman, for example, and this is your first year at Rowan, for example, you will be eligible to participate in this program because you've completed 2 semesters. If you even are, maybe a transferred junior student coming to Rowan University, as long as you completed a singular semester from fall to spring or spring to fall, you are allowed to apply. Another requirement that they have, you must possess unrestricted U.S. work authorization for the duration of the program. Disney does not sponsor visas for the college program. So if you were born out of the country or anything like that, well, not necessarily born out of the country, because Disney does have international students that do partake in the program, but they do not sponsor any visas, and you must be able to work within the US, basically. Another requirement they have is that you must meet any individual school requirements, whether it's your GPA, grade level, etc., if applicable. I know I told you guys that I'm on academic probation, but because I am in good standing with my school, I am in good standing with Disney. I'm not too sure if they will touch bases with one another. I'm pretty sure they will, but regardless, I'm still working my ass off to make sure that these grades are good, not just because I am going to Disney this fall, but because overall I'm a stellar student and I need my grades to reflect that. And now that I am in a better headspace and I have been doing the work and putting in the work, my grades will reflect that this spring semester, which ends next week. And the final requirement, in terms of like eligibility and stuff like that, if you are a former Disney College Program participant, you have to wait 4 months after your last departure date for applying. So for me, for example, I'm going and partaking in the fall cohort of 2024. My cohort lasts from September to January of 2025. So 4 months after January of 2025, which is what, February, March, April, May. So May of next year, I would be able to reapply again. And surprisingly, a lot of college students and postgrads are attending this program more than once. So if you didn't get in this time, don't worry, there's always next time, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna get in the first time, you're gonna love it, and you're gonna do it again. These students are not going to this program 2 or 3 times within their college years if they didn't like this program. So that's pretty interesting, and I wanted to make sure that I really touched base on that because that is super, super important. Yes, the applications are still open, and yes, you can still apply. I will put everything down below so you can apply, and you can also feel free to DM me on Instagram with your questions at Nyethebrat, because y'all know I have no problem answering y'all questions and things like that. So how did I personally get into the Disney College Program? So I seen that my school, so Rowan has what they call Rowan Announcer. If you are a Rowan student watching this video and you do not utilize your Rowan Announcer, I need you to start utilizing it. I know y'all may not like using y'all emails, or maybe you're not that tech savvy or emails just aren't your thing, but the Rowan Announcer literally gives you any and everything that you need to know that Rowan offers. You're simply missing out on opportunities, networking events, things like that, courses, certifications. Rowan offers so much, and it's all within that announcer. So I noticed that it was within the announcer maybe like 2 months ago. And there actually is a school representative here at Rowan for the Disney College Program. I cannot remember her name. If I remember her name, I'll probably plaster her around the screen somewhere. And she came to the school to basically talk about, the Disney College Program. But unfortunately, I had COVID. So I couldn't infect everybody to get some information about this program. So one day I was talking to my friends on FaceTime, and I was just really adamant about making sure that I had got myself a summer job, because, sorry y'all, but I had to make sure that I had got myself a summer job or internship, paid something, because your girl I need some money for the summer, especially if I'm gonna be down at Disney, okay? So I went on ProfLink, and if you don't know what ProfLink is as a Rowan student, ProfLink is just simply where Rowan posts all the undergraduate and alumni jobs for, your undergrads, your alumni, grad students, all that good stuff. And plastered on the front screen of ProfLink was the Disney College Program. So I simply clicked the website, looked at the requirements that I just read to you, and I was like, oh, I can probably do this. I don't know how much it's gonna cost, because, it's everything in life costs, but I learned that when you want something or when you want to go after something, you have to stop thinking about the financial aspect of it, because at that point you're never ever going to get to experience the things that you want due to finances. And I'm not saying that, you know, that finances aren't important, which they are, but how many times have you missed out on something big or major that can really change your life or really alter your career path because of finances? And you know, you just never know, you know? So all I did was apply, and I'll post the screenshots and stuff like that here. I applied, and literally maybe like not even 15-20 minutes later after I applied, they asked for a phone interview. I have no knowledge of anybody in this program, so the one person that I did know that went to this program was my RA currently here at Rowan. Her name is Trinity. She's also a psych major, that's my girl. I had asked her about it because on her About Her wall in the beginning of the school year, I vividly remember that she had took a picture with, I think, Goofy at Disney, and she had specified that she was a part of the fall 2023 cohort, which was last year. And I had just asked her advice, like, you know, what do you think about it? What was your experience like? Just getting an actual opinion, specifically from someone of color, because that's super important to me. I am a woman of color, so I want to make sure that regardless of whatever opportunity that I'm partaking in, that I am going to be accepted. I'm going to be treated fairly and the same, just like anybody else. And she, you know, she gave me her answers, and I was like, okay, let me go do my research. And everybody knows, everybody go to TikTok to go do their research. So I started going on TikTok, and I seen a lot of girls, a lot of Black girls in this program. Some of them, one of the girls that her content is super popular, I can't remember her name, and again, I'll plaster everything across the screen. She had been twice. So I was like, okay, I really got to do this. Like, I'm praying that I get this. You know, the phone interview has me nervous. I typically do pretty well with phone interviews, so that really wasn't the issue. So the day of the interview comes, I'm super nervous, but you know, I don't know. I just got a gut feeling that, I don't know. I was nervous. I was mad nervous. It was so bad. Like, I was just freaking out. So the lady called, it was like a Lake Buena Vista number, and she calls, and you know, we talked, and once I kind of like felt her out as an interviewer, I'm like, okay, now I know how to bounce off her energy. I know what to say, what not to say, what she's really looking for. I'm not gonna lie to you, I cannot remember the question specifically that she asked, but I do remember that we did talk about the experience I had, instances that you might be in, you know, how typical jobs do. They ask you, well, if you're in a hostile situation, what would you do? How would you, you know, take care of that, things like that. And I just made it super personable. Y'all know I'm super personable. I love talking to people. I love networking. I love all that. So I really utilized the skills that I already had in my toolkit and just applied it to the interview. She was super sweet. She told me that she had enjoyed interviewing me and that I would hear from them over the next couple weeks, months, because they were still accepting applicants, and things like that. And that made me nervous because it's like, you're still accepting applicants. Like, what if I'm not one of them? Like, it gets a little, not necessarily discouraging, but you're just like, it's just like a what if kind of thing. And y'all, I kid you not, I was on the phone with my mom randomly one day. I was looking for something in my email. Me and her were on FaceTime. And I look at a congrats email, and it was a congratulations email from Disney. I had got in, and that was probably like, I want to say a week or two after my phone interview. You'll be able to see the dates and stuff on the emails once I put them on the screen, so you can see what I'm talking about, because I really don't know. I won't know until I put them on the video, but it was something like that. And I cried. Y'all know I'm mad emotional. Like, I don't know, like something, once I fell in love with school all over again and realized my purpose and remembered my why and remembered that 18-year-old girl that wanted nothing more than to be an HBCU graduate, and be a nursing major, I knew that that's who I was doing it for. And also, nothing's out of your reach. Like, I be feeling like stuff like this is out of my reach, you know, due to finances, due to me having imposter syndrome, me feeling like I'm not good enough, or I don't deserve to be in these spaces. And in all actuality, I do deserve to be in these spaces. It's just the matter of, am I gonna put myself in the room? You get what I'm saying? So don't ever think that something is out of your reach. And again, when I mentioned finances earlier, don't don't look at the financial aspect of things before you decide to apply for opportunity. Yes, consider it, but you just never know. Someone could help you out. You could get a scholarship. Someone could pay it forward, pay it for you. You never know. So after that, I got the congratulations email. Rowan. Ooh, Jesus. Disney. Disney has sent a list of guidelines, things that you need to sign over. I'll again post all that on the screen. I believe it was like, not your background check, but it was just different applications that you had to fill out. And then you had to pay your fee. And in order for you now, once you get accepted into the program, you have 7 days. Yes, you have 7 days to come up with half of the money that they're asking you for, which is $248. So in order, once you pay your, once you get accepted, so I had got accepted on a Thursday. I had until Wednesday night the following week after I got accepted to turn in my $248. Once your $248 is paid for, that is basically paying to secure your spot and for other things that you will be participating. Basically, what you're, it's basically a part of like your admittance into Disney, and it's going to cover certain things in Disney that you have to pay for. And then your remaining balance will be due, I believe, a month before you leave. So you want to make sure that you have that money ready. I know that's a lot of money, and some of y'all might be like, that's not a lot of money, but you have to think everybody's financial situation is different. Just because you got $248 don't mean the next person don't. I mean, the hell, I don't. Not at this moment. And then you just simply follow every guideline that Disney gives you. So you just turn in all your paperwork and all that stuff. And then also once you pay your $248, you get to choose when you want to leave. This is the fun part about Disney because you don't have to go to Disney right away. I personally chose to go into the fall cohort because I want to stack my money up all summer. I'm not going to go down to Disney and don't have nothing because, again, I'm going to be in a totally different environment. It's going to be summer all year round, so I need to get a new wardrobe and stay in summer clothes because by the time I come back from my program being finished, it's going to be it's going to be winter. It's going to be cold out here in Jersey, so I need to make sure that I'm dressed appropriately. I just need to make sure that I can sustain the lifestyle that I will be living now that I will be far away from home, because Florida is a 2-hour plane ride, but it's a 9-hour drive from Jersey to Florida, and I will literally have no one. So yeah, you want to keep that in mind. Also too, my childhood best friend, her name is Morgan. Morgan, if you're watching this, girl, I love you down. She actually interned for Disney twice, and she was going to help me go down. So I can't wait to really show you guys the vlogs. The content is going to be crazy, and I really, really thank God for allowing me admittance into this program, because again, nothing is out of my reach. And I learned that not that long ago, like nothing is hard for me to obtain. I deserve to be in rooms just like everybody else. It's just a matter of whether I want to put myself out there or not. And it's real. Like this is gonna be my reality in a few months, and I still can't believe it. I'm still shocked. I'm still stunned. I literally got in just being myself, and I'm excited. Like my inner child is super happy. I don't know if y'all remember or if I told you guys, but I had a really, really bad Disney experience the first time around. Not on behalf of Disney or anything like that, but because it was my senior trip and my friends just ruined it. They ruined it. That's another story for another time. But I'm just, now that I'm 25 now, because I was 18 back then, so from 18 to 25, that's a long time. And I don't know, just the adult version of me is just super, super happy, and I cannot believe that I'm going to be going down to Disney. Like, oh my gosh. Interview tips. So for your interview, your phone interview, be yourself. That's all I can say. Be yourself, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. Be authentic. Know what you're talking about. Take your time, you know, make sure if you have any questions, ask them. That's what I did at the end. I made sure that before my interview started, I wrote down 2 to 3 questions that I wanted to ask pertaining to the program. Just because I wanted to make sure that I had a greater understanding of what she was going to be explaining. And I wanted to make sure that the questions that I had that I needed answers to got answered. And that's really, really a plus when it comes to you getting interviews or participating in interviews. You want to make sure that you're asking your questions and you're being prompt and you're listening to them and all that good stuff. So be yourself. That's the best advice I can tell you in your interview. Also, make sure if you have experience with working with children, mention that to your interviewer. I feel like the interviewers want to make sure that because you're in a family oriented environment where there's going to be kids, there's going to be babies, there's going to be dogs, there's going to be grandparents, the great grandparents, extended family, they want to make sure that you are capable of working with them at their facilities because it is a family oriented space. So if you have any family oriented jobs like being a paraprofessional / substitute teacher, customer service, anything like that, make sure you mention all of that to them and make it brief. Make sure you apply whatever job that they're asking you about to that specific situation. But yeah, that's the best advice. That's the best advice I can give you for your interview. Also too, something else that I wanted to preface, you will not know what assignment you're gonna work down at Disney. So earlier in the video, I told you guys that I'll basically be working for Disney while simultaneously getting my education out here at Rowan, which is optional. If you decide to go down to Disney during the summer, then you're fine. But if you decide to go down during the fall or the winter, it is your choice, on whether or not you want to go stay in school or take a semester off. That's totally up to you. Excuse me. So yeah, I'll be working down at Disney. I believe the pay rate is like $16 an hour. Not too bad. You do tell them like where you want to be placed. So I told them I wanted to do like concierge, like the hotels and stuff. What else? Food, merchandising, attractions, it doesn't really matter. And you might even have a janitorial job, but you will not know your job assignment literally until 1 month before you leave. So I'm super, super nervous about not knowing where I'm going to work, because every time I get a job, I know what job I'm doing and I know that I'm going to like it. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to like it regardless, but I just really, really hope that I get the job that I want. It's really merchandising because I love talking to people and I want to rack up on the merch, okay? I'm 25, I'm a big kid. Yes, you absolutely right. I'm gonna give you some Disney merch, okay? So, yeah, there's that. And I think I've covered everything for this video. If there's anything else that I can think of, y'all already know I'm going to do a follow-up video on this. I'm going to create a playlist for this content, for the Disney content, because all my vlogs are going to go under here, and I'm literally going to be vlogging from now till then and while I'm down there until I come home. So I'm super, super excited to see what that's going to be like. It's just a really, really great opportunity, again, to network and to have that experience on your resume. I could use more experience on my resume. I'm sure y'all can too. Again, apply. One thing about Rowan, I told you I have a love-hate relationship with my university, but one thing about it, when it comes to opportunities, when it comes to time, when it comes to certifications and all that good stuff, Rowan's gonna have it, and you just need to go after it, go get it. So if this is something that you want, go do it, go after it, go get it. Don't worry about it. Oh, and one thing I wanted to also preface before I end this video, your total for like the program is like between $400 and $500. You pay half of it up front, obviously, like I said again, for your admittance into the program and for other things that you're going to be partaking and participating in the program, and then you pay the remainder of your money for like a month before you go down to Disney, and that's for your orientation and other things like that. So again, apply. They're still accepting applicants. Good luck. If you'll have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram. I know this video was a bit chaotic. It's not typically the space that I would film in. But thank you for bearing with me. I love you guys so much. And if you have any questions, like I said, be sure to message me on Instagram at Nyethebrat. Even email me on TikTok at Nyethebrat. And I will see you guys in the next video.